We are recording live to the computer. All works. It is fun. It is exciting. Let's see. We've got a couple of attendees here. I want to, there's my good friend, Amanda. We're going to bring her in here shortly. So Amanda, we will see you in 1 second.
Can you hear me now?
Hello, Amanda. How are you? I can hear you. We just don't see you.
Well, maybe there's a reason, but I do have my hair done, so hold on a second.
I love that. I did mine too. There you are.
Hello.
How are you tonight?
Good, good. How are you?
Technology works.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
ask me where I was. I was way over in Africa.
I love it. Well, you know what? We are a global business, so the fact that you were there makes me feel good. You're helping people on another continent. I love it.
True. True.
So let us get started here. Just so everyone knows, we've got a few attendees on the Zoom meeting. We've got a lot of people popping into our Facebook group. Please jump in on Facebook group. You can leave some questions, some chats. And if you want to leave some messages, that's fine as well. Guys, this is a special night. This is a super neat night for us. As you see, we have an amazing guest here who I don't know that well. I've talked with her a little bit through a messenger chat, but super fired up. So if you are visiting this group, or you're seeing this for the first time, or you're watching this on the replay, we are part of an amazing group of people called 3LE Global. That's 3 L's and an E, and it stands for Love, Life, Lift, Everybody. That's what this group was really founded on. It's a group of people that wanted more out of life and to help everyone around them that wants that help. And just an amazing, amazing group of people that we were really, truly blessed to meet. It started with Adam and Ashley Reeker, who just two visionary people that just love everyone and want to help. And I love that. And so out of that, we spent a little time in Hollywood with them, and we met a few people, like an amazing man, Calvin Becerra, who runs a international business and just spends all of his time out helping others build their business while being an incredible family man. And we love him for that, because you just see the color of his heart, and you can see he's just an incredible person. And through that relationship, we met another amazing person who's been on several of our last webinars, Marky Mac. I like it. We do call him Marky Mac for short, but Mark McDonald, who is the founder of Venice Nutrition and a best-selling author of an amazing book. I had it down here and I took it back upstairs, called Body Confidence. That's all about being confident in your body and finding how to live a healthier life. And it's just an amazing book.
Recipes too.
It's got recipes, but it's got a lot of mentality and wisdom on how you can just live a healthier life. And through all of that, and here's where it gets really good. We're only going to take about 30 minutes of your time tonight, by the way. We met just now an amazing woman by the name of Amanda. And we wanted to bring her on. Adam introduced me to Amanda last night, really. And we wanted to talk to her because she has an unbelievable, incredible story that I'm hoping I make it through. And luckily, I'm not wearing mascara.
Yeah, thanks for that.
I'm not either.
And
I am.
But on the backside of that, the hope and the wisdom that just comes out of this. So, man, I want to jump right into this. And first, I have a totally different question for you. I want to start off, since it's going to be a little bit of an interview tonight. You're from Missouri.
Yeah, I just saw that. You're from St. Louis. No, wait. Are you
Where? Where are you from?
I'm in St. Charles.
No way.
Where are you?
Wentzville.
No way.
I know.
How do we not know you?
I know.
Oh my gosh.
It's a small county.
Oh, actually, I'll have to tell you about this later, but I also see on your Facebook that you know a friend of mine.
Oh my gosh. So for those of you that don't know, it turns out that we live in the same county as Amanda, and we probably live 25 miles apart.
If that.
And yet she came from Africa. Just kidding. But small world. And I'm just so blessed to get to know you now. So I really wanted to start this off. Amanda, if you would you be willing to share some of your
Sure, my life is an open book. So
Well, and we hear that you're going to write a book, and I would love to read that one.
It's a fascinating open
it's
book.
one of those books that people are going to not truly totally believe, but trust me, every bit of my life is really, really, really happened. So let me just start a little bit about what all is going on though. When I was getting ready, 5 years old, getting ready to go to kindergarten, I was excited because my older brother and my older sister was going to kindergarten. I was finally old enough to go. So you have to go for a kindergarten physical, you know how that goes. So I got to the doctor. I remember that day as if it was yesterday. And after almost 2 hours of being the longest doctor visit I've ever seen, next thing I know, I'm being transported to a hospital. So I couldn't figure what was going on. Here's this 5-year-old. But 3 days later, I was diagnosed with what they call a Wilms tumor, which actually is a tumor on your kidney. Nowadays, it's a total different story about the process of what you go through for that. And it's a common, come to find out. It is more or less like a kidney cancer. It affects your kidney. So 5 years old, I ended up being in the hospital for months. You know, it was a long, I got to know the people more in the hospital than my own brothers and sisters. Excuse me. The whole gist of it though, I ended up having surgery. It was a 5% chance that I would even make it out of the surgery, but look, I'm here. So out of this though, I'm minus a kidney, minus most of one of my lungs, minus a stomach muscle, minus ribs, minus spleen, minus appendix. I could probably go on, but you forget about all that stuff after a while. That was 5 years old. So during that treatment though, I was one of 4,627 people that had this type of cobalt treatment. There's single digits of us left. So there's not many of us left at all. And I started having some side effects from this whole journey about 10 years ago. And I was told that there's not enough of us left to do any research on how to help us. So when you get that kind of news, it's like, they're giving up, but I'm not. That's not really fair. So you go on a journey, and my whole life has been nothing but a journey. So many times, 3 times that I know when they said I would not make it, I'd have 3-4 months to live. I don't even listen to that anymore because I just like, what can I do to make my life better? So I'm looking at, as a whole, like I said, wait for the book because that's a whole thing I won't even go into. But my whole point of meeting with you and meeting with Val, a friend of mine from Seattle, Washington, which I recently moved back to St. Louis from Seattle, Washington, connected me with with all of you. And my purpose was because I'm on a search for looking for nutritional value. So when the medical world gives up and more or less makes you feel like there is no hope.
Right.
There's many, many people out there that lose their hope, that lose that point of thinking that there's any kind of help for them. Now you've got people that are going through all sort of colitis and GERD and diverticulitis and celiac and all those kind of things. That affects your digestive system, just like the cobalt affected mine to where sometimes I'm able to eat, most times I'm not able to eat. So I'll go really down on my nutrition. My weight will go down, my weight will go up. You know, it's just one of those roller coaster of what the medical, I'm grateful for the medical world. Don't think I'm not, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. So it's not like I'm dissing, it's just now I'm looking for how am I going to help myself move on. So in that journey of doing all of this and looking in different nutritional values, after a while, people sort of give up because it's different situations, but I'm not the only one like this. Many people who have gone through medical challenges, many people who have digestive problems, many people who have even just little issues that have sort of kicked their digestive system off, does not hold nutrients like the normal person.
Yep.
We go up and down in many different things, in moods, in weight, in nutrition, in all sorts of things. So we look for things that's going to absorb in our system and not just flush right out. So I was wanting to get in here and know all the info I can on the nutrition. I mean, everything. And so here I am, but you're not going to get rid of me easy because I really dig in there.
we don't want to get rid of you because your story is amazing. And so let me jump back because you've said so many things that I was like, oh, I got to.
No.
You talked about a journey that you've been on. And so we just came through a 28-day challenge where we as a group, there's a whole group of us, that went through the Zen Project 28, or our Zen 28 challenge. It's a 28-day challenge where you look at how you eat and how you sleep and how you exercise and the nutrients you put in your body and the other products that you put in your body, whether you're looking to feel a little bit better, get a little bit more sleep, lose a little weight, whatever it may be. Everyone has their own different journey. But that was a word that I used from the start, because this group isn't just about 28 days. We are on day 33 right now. And as we said in the beginning of this, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. This is a lifelong quest for all of us.
Right, life journey.
That's exactly it. It's a life journey where, you know, I'm better today than I was 33 days ago. I'll be better 33 days from now. And we're going to do this together as a family and support each other and lift each other up. And you're on this life journey where you're looking to eat better. You're looking to beat this nutrition.
Right.
And through
my challenge is I can't, and again, I'm not the only one. So when I'm telling my story, I feel like I'm speaking for thousands of others. Mm-hmm. I can't do the exercise routine like a lot of people. I can't do the eating. I'm not saying healthy, because eating period is a challenge. Right. So there are many times where it's, in my mind, I'm like, it's so much easier to drink, to drink my way. So I have to look at things that's going to give me substance on what I drink, because what I'm eating is not holding. Because part of my journey has been the cobalt that I went through has affected my digestive system. So many of the people that go through challenges on their intestines, normally your intestines work and moves your food down. But when your intestines have been affected, it goes like this and moves very slowly. So sometimes you're like a salad shooter. You know, not that I mean to be gross to everybody, but you know what? It's just part of the thing.
This is real life.
Don't exercise, you know, it's one of those things like, well, don't eat, let's see what we can do to drink. So when I saw your liquid on there, or if I'm even looking at the tablet wise, can I crunch it? Can I get it in something that's going to absorb? And if I demolished it, if I crunch it, is it going to absorb as much as what I need for it to do? You know what I'm saying? So this is like the whole journey of what I'm on, is finding out what it is when it breaks down. Is it going to do for me what it does for all of you that are out there too?
Wow, I love it. So I'm going to take you back because within this Zen group, and I'll make sure that we invite you to this, there are some incredible videos. And so we were on it was really a 5-week challenge where Mark McDonald came in and met with us each week, once a week on a Wednesday night, just like this right now, and would come in. And we talked about exercise one week. We talked about nutrition one week. We talked about how you eat one week. And there were several different topics, but he would spend about 45 minutes with us just teaching on better eating, proper nutrition. And so I'm going to make sure that after this, we put you in touch with Mark. I will schedule that myself personally, which is amazing, because this is a guy that, once again, travels the world and loves people so much. He takes time out of his day. He'll call you. He'll have a webinar meeting like this with you. That's the quality of people that we work with. That's the community that we have here at Jeunesse and with 3LE, because we have gone out and fostered that, and we've shown people that we care. So I'm going to put you in touch with Mark right after this. I will make that connection. We'll make that happen, because he will.
Tell him to hold on, because it's a ride.
You know what? But he has seen it all, and he's done it all. In his time.
And he has his own story.
And he has his own story, yeah. And he's absolutely worked with, you mentioned a lot of different things there. And he's worked with a lot of different people to help them in some way, shape, or form. So just an incredible man, but we're blessed to have that. So you've been through a lot. I mean, more than, I think there are a lot of people that would have given up. And
I don't know what that is.
And we're getting to that. So don't steal my thunder. That's what I wanted to get to, because so often when you are on a long journey, you can lose your path along the way. You can get sidetracked. You can let an obstacle or a hurdle slow you down. What do you do to not let that happen?
Whoa, that's a good question, because
For me,
I look at, and Val Campbell, who's with you guys, he can tell you, you never, very rarely ever see me down, because if you focus on the negative, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do it. Well, you know what? You just talked yourself into you can't do it.
True.
So when you have a lot of negative in your life, you're going to live negative. What happens when you live positive? You live. You live. So positive is number one. And it's also the type of people and the type of surroundings you surround yourself with. Who are you surrounding yourself with? What are you doing with your life? Are you surrounding yourself? And I'm talking about, this could be some of your friends, some of your family. If they bring you down, you've really got to evaluate the situation. What is going to be to help you? You're not on this earth just for you. You're not on this earth just for your family or your friends. You are on this earth to help people. Mm-hmm. So our mission and our job and our purpose should be that we're focusing on people around us. And we have to start with ourselves. If we don't help ourselves, we can't help other people.
I love that. I love that. You know, it's when you're on a plane, what do they say? When they're giving you the instruction before they take off? Put your oxygen mask on first, and then help everyone else. I was a lifeguard for a lot of years, and you have to first make sure that you're safe to save somebody, because you could both drown.
Oh, you know what? Let me jump in and tell you. You talked about an airplane. Do you remember me telling you last night that when the doctor told me, Amanda, you really should never go on a plane again, I got really mad at him, and I said, okay, all right, I'll listen to you. So instead, I'm going to fly the plane. So I picked up and got my pilot's license and started flying the plane myself. So,
and I saw the pictures you sent out, which is amazing. I mean, you know, there are so many people that would just stop and quit, and you decided to push forward through that obstacle.
Push. You said the magic word. You push. You push on with life.
All about finding the silver lining in things. Yeah. You can always find something. I shouldn't say always, but there really is. I don't know. You can typically find something positive in everything.
No, you actually said it right. You said it right. You can always find it if you want it.
I think it's unfortunate. It's true, because so often someone will let something get them down, and then it's a downward spiral, and it's so tough to climb back out of that, as opposed to just staying up. So
well, don't get me wrong. I've been in that spiral, because I would tell people at one time I felt like the female version of Job in the Bible, where I've lost everything and had to go to the rock bottom and pull yourself up. But the question is, are you going to pull yourself up, or do you want to stay at rock bottom? I don't want to stay. There's too much still to do. You know, of course, I could go on forever tonight, so I'll shut up.
No. I want to hear from you, because, you know, so this group is all, as I said, it's a journey. We talked about 1 year, 5 years, 35 years out from now. We're still together. We're still striving to be a little bit better today. Mark McDonald will talk to you about 1%. Every day, strive for 1%, just to be 1% better. And he'll talk to you about his son and his family and what that means and why they strive for 1%. But that's what we do. Every day, strive to be a little bit better. And so with the family that we have here, we're always striving to be just a little bit better. So better food choices, trying to do things a little bit differently. And then we look at this as a business as well, because all of these people are also running a business, and we're all trying to help other people, whether it's just lose a little weight or find some health or find a completely new nutrition that they can use, nutrient that they can use. And so absolutely, it's you've got to be able to stay positive and climb your way out of that. So
I think that mindset contributes a lot to stress too. And of course, stress contributes to how you're feeling and how you're healthy.
Right.
So keeping a positive mindset is going to reduce that stress if you can use in a positive light.
And not beating yourself up when you get that down part. But the thing about the team is, when you are down, you go right to them and they can bring you up. But the thing is, you've got to be honest and let them know, hey, this is what's getting me today. It's truly about being true to yourself and true to the people around you. So it is focus on yourself, and you can find positive, but you have to want that and go in there and ask the people for it. The one thing I did want to say, my journey along the way, if you really want to sum it up, I've had 6 different forms of cancer, and I've had 27 surgeries, but I'll be 61 next month. So I'm happy for each and every day. And I'm looking for a lot more of those years or whatever, but we're going to do some things and make some things shake around here.
I love it. Man, I am so excited you're part of this group. The Yeah, and you live right down the road from
I
us, so
know.
I'm coming over later on. We're gonna have a drink and
It's a
sit down and
party in
talk some more.
Missouri.
That's exactly it. Missouri's the place it's happening. I know Adam and Ashley will tell you that
Sorry,
Omaha is the
guys.
center of the world. It's not. St. Charles, Missouri, Adam and
That's
Ashley.
right.
So you were positive. Along the way, did you also have goals that you set for yourself?
You know, I used to not think that was important because to me, making it through the next day was like a major milestone. The part that we've got to focus on here too is when you look at what you're going through, don't set your goals way down the road. Don't do like you're talking about 5 years down the road, because you've got to really get your mindset focused on what's happening right now. So look at your goals to be almost immediate, but you know what? Give yourself a treat, a kudos, a pat on the back or something when you do reach those goals, even if they're little ones. I'm not saying not to make long-term goals, but what I'm saying, when you're in a position to where it's not like exercise or something like that you're shooting for, but you're looking for life-changing, life-supportive, set those small goals, because small goals are better than no goals.
When
Yeah,
I look,
you gotta celebrate the small victories.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And Char's better at that than I am. I love to set grandiose goals. Char is great at actually breaking them down and saying, okay, let's get some smaller goals in here. And then, yeah, you do celebrate them. You celebrate every victory. And so I think every day is a gift. Every day for me is a blessing. There are 4 people within the walls of this house, and I'm blessed to get to spend every single day with them. And I don't want to forsake one of them.
Right.
And so that's part of the reason that I am in this group, because I have some goals. I want, and some of them are, a ways out. It's walking my daughter down the aisle, seeing my son.
That's not too far away, even if she's little. That's not too far.
Don't, Amanda, don't do that to me. She's only 15, okay? She's got at least.
Oh, that's really not that far.
She keeps sending Joe songs about her getting older. We're like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
That's right.
it's
So
awesome.
I used to have a nonprofit called All About Hope. And All About Hope was like an extension of Make-A-Wish, where we granted wishes to adult cancer patients or adult people who were nearing the end of life. So this is exactly why I'm like I am today. I closed the nonprofit because they put me out of business, because we partied so hard and celebrated life so hard that they didn't die. So that's the whole point, is like when you turn your whole thought feeling around and you get your want and your zest in your life to come back into a pattern to where you're wanting, your want is stronger than your not want. Then there's all sorts of changes that can happen. So that's what I'm saying is, look at the positive. And you've said it over and over again with me, Sherry. You just look for the positive, and that's what's going to help you pull through those really down times.
And so we are right now in a 2-week down period in between the last challenge that we had and the next one we're starting. Mark's going to join us for that again. But along the way, I wanted everyone to know that there will be days when you slip. I slip constantly. And for a lot of us, we're just talking about losing some weight, because I want to look a little bit better this summer than I did last summer, right?
Well, there's something to be said for that, though, because it's not just about looks.
No,
You actually feel different when
Absolutely.
you lose weight.
Right.
When your clothes actually fit, that's an awesome feeling. But there's a confidence that comes with that as well. A lot of people want to say, oh, well, I just want to look better, but it's not how you carry yourself differently.
True. But my point through all of that was that you can slip, and it's okay. And you said it. Give yourself some grace. Forgive yourself. Don't beat yourself up for these little things. Let's just regroup and move forward. And Mark was great at talking about that. I love to reiterate this message, though, because we all slip. We're human.
That's
going to
what
happen.
I was saying on my results, is that I was saying, and I want to eat healthy. I want to be able to do that the rest of my life, but there are going to be times when I'm going to choose something that's not technically on the plan. But when you do that, acknowledge it and be okay with it. And then back on the plan.
So
Sorry.
We could talk for hours tonight, because this is, I love your personality. I love your enthusiasm for life. I love your ideology and everything about you. And so last night, Adam was saying, let's give your voice a platform. And I believe we have it. I believe that through this group and through what we do, you'll be able to change. And I think you already have. You know, I know that you were a radio host. I know that you owned a non-for-profit, and you've had those platforms. I want you to have that platform again here with us, because that's what this group is all about. We want to take this to the masses and help people create a new legacy. There are so many people I know. I just heard an article the other day that said 1 in 4 people in the United States is obese. Now, there are different definitions of obese, but I know a lot of families that are overweight, that have overweight children, young children.
Right.
I'd like to change that. I'd like to show them that it doesn't have to be that way, that we can leave a different legacy for our kids and our grandkids and our great grandkids. And
you know what, let me share with you real quick.
Yeah, please.
That exact thing. 22 years ago, I remember my boys were young and all that too. Well, okay, maybe a little bit longer than 22, but anyway, there was a little boy that was part of their chain of friends or whatever, that we more or less looked at him as if he's our own kid, came into our own house and stuff like that, and did everything with all the rest of the kids and all that. So 22 years later, I get a letter from this kid that I had no idea how he even felt, but he thanked me for giving him an outlook on life that he thought he could never have. So I'm saying, even if it's that one person that you're touching or whatever, I could cry at that one, because that was like amazing. But that happens all the time when you are on a passion for life. And you're right, it's not just about, am I exercising and am I dieting? Because I don't want, this is why I'm jumping in here on the whole thing, is it's not just about the healthy train or whatever, it's about the life train.
Yeah.
Your healthy choices, whether you're exercising, your nutrition or whatever, is a life change. It's something that has to happen forever.
Yep.
Because this is what we're going through. But it's not, don't walk away just because you think that you can't exercise, you can't take that supplement. You come forward, you come with this group, with this whole chain and team, whatever you want to call all of us or whatever, and say what it is that you're wanting to accomplish. What are you wanting to, what goal are you wanting to reach? Don't look at it being a bucket list, because a bucket list is always looked at the end. This is your time to visualize. Make a vision board of what it is that you want to achieve in life. So don't look at anything in a negative, look at it in a positive and say, I want to visualize where I'm going to be tomorrow, 2 days down the road, a week down the road. What is your vision? Mine is, I want this big mansion back again. I used to have this big mansion, but this time I want a maid to clean it. I don't want to clean it.
I love it. Oh my God.
I'll have all of you over too. All right.
Oh, we're coming over. We're coming over. It's in St. Charles, right?
That's right.
Nelly, area? We're giving too much away here. This is awesome. We're running up on time here. I want to finish up with just a couple of thoughts, guys. And so, like I said, if you're here for the first time, or if you are watching this on a replay, Amanda, I've got to be honest with you. I think this is one of the most powerful web meetings that we've had yet in this Zen Group Challenge. And Mark McDonald was awesome. Mark, I'm sorry. Mark was awesome. And Calvin Becerra was awesome. Adam and Ashley are awesome. But your story of hope and faith and grit and determination and love, it trumps all of it. Because with that, I'll give you some of that. I'm not good at that though.
That's right.
With that, you can't accomplish anything because you've had a never say die attitude, literally, plus figuratively. And so I want you to come back. I may have.
I'm right here.
I'm just gonna come over and do it from your kitchen.
No, we'll have her come over here and she can do it under the Joe and Shar sign.
Absolutely. Okay. But this group is all about 1% better every day and helping people find that 1%, whether it's from the neck up or from the neck down. We're working mentality, and you had said it that we all support each other and grow each other. So right. Incredible opportunity for you, if you are here for the first time, to learn more about how to live a healthy life and have that journey that Amanda's talked about tonight. And we hope that you come back because we want you to be here with us. If you were invited to this by somebody, please get together with them and find out a little bit more about what it is that we do. the products that we have to offer, because they are amazing, and what we can do to help you, whether it's with whatever you're looking for in life, really, because Janessa is an amazing company. It's a global company with products that cross so many different lines, and just here to help you look and feel younger, and internally and externally. And I'm so excited about that. So Amanda, parting thought?
Huh. You know what? Tomorrow's going to be a good day, because tomorrow's going to be here before you know it, and then another day. So set those short-term, set those long-term goals, and let's go for it.
Love it. I love it. Amanda, we're going to reach out to you here right after this. Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight, for all the comments. We appreciate it. Love all of you. As always, plug in, look for this next week. We're going to continue to do this. I believe Amanda's going to be back if I have to drive over to her house, because just the power that you have and the positivity you have will just help so many people. So thank you so much for being here with us tonight.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And we'll see everybody next week.
See you soon.
Amanda, we'll talk to you shortly.
Okay.
Bye.